any number of news stories about bullied students, including the shooting at Perry Hall on the first day of school.
All the stories just really hit home, and I just thought maybe this would be a good idea to get it out there and just say, hey, be a superhero. You know, you don't have to be a bully. Bullying, that's for losers.
Harvey says if his antics saves a child's life or pain, then the night he spent in Central Booking was well worth it. A simple and important message, but the way he chose to deliver it may cost him. He's charged with trespassing, disturbing the peace, and disorderly conduct. Harvey, a rabid Orioles and Ravens fan, is also banned for life from Camden Yards and M&T Bank Stadium. And Harvey says he has yet to hire an attorney. Ironically enough, though, the Caped Crusaders trial is scheduled on Halloween. Brian Kubler, ABC 2 News.
All right, thanks a lot, Brian. So this is our hot topic tonight because he says he's doing it for a good cause. Does it change your mind at all about Mark Harvey? What do you think? Just head to abc2news.com/Facebook. Post your comments there. It's a pretty hot conversation going on. And you can also see what other folks are saying, too. Well, it wasn't a good night at Camden Yards. The O's were shut out by the Blue Jays 4-0. They have a chance to redeem themselves tonight in the final game of the series. Jamie Costello live again at Camden Yards. Now, Jamie, after they had the last shutout in Tampa, they went on to win 5 in a row. So we've got to keep hope alive.
That's what we love about baseball. You lose last night, we come back strong today. Here's Joe and Patty. They're coming to the game tonight. Come on, we got to win tonight, right, Joe?
Yes, sir. You know it.
All right, Patty, what do you think about it? You got a good feeling?
Oh, they're going to win. We're going to be their good luck charm tonight.
All right, now the Yankees are smelling orange in the water. They won again today, 8-2 in Minnesota. I want to introduce you here to the horse's head. All right. You are Jim Dwyer's daughter. Now take it off so everybody can see, and then we'll explain why the horse's head. Jim Dwyer was one of my favorites. I guess as your father, he's your favorite too.
I guess.
All right. Isn't this exciting though?
Yeah.
Now what's with the horse's head? Explain it.
I saw it a lot on the internet actually, and I saw a bunch of Asian people wearing it.
Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with the Asian culture, so I was like, I have to have this.
Well, you got to paint it orange at least. All right, put the horse's head on there and get on inside. Let's go inside and see what the Orioles are up to right now. Orioles were stretching just a couple of minutes ago. They went through batting practice. Buck Showalter is going to send Miguel Gonzalez to the mound tonight. He has been tremendous. He has been a tremendous find for us on the hill. And game time tonight is at 7:05. We have 7 games left. We are a game and a half. Now we're 2 games behind the Yankees. So if we win tonight, we'll still be a game and a half back. But again, we're trying to keep ahead of the Oakland A's. We're a half a game in front of them. So 7 games left. All of them are important. Listen, if you want to come down to Oriole Park, Friday and Sunday are going to be your best bet. There are a lot of great tickets left. Saturday completely sold out. That's Brooks Robinson Day. That's when we unveil his statue right over here in the Monument Park. So we're going to be right here. I have some news to tell you about for Nick Markakis coming up tonight a little bit later on here on the 5 o'clock news. Reporting live at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, a must-win tonight. Do you understand, Kelly?
Ready. Fingers crossed, Jamie. They're going to win tonight.
Yeah.
All right, let's check in with Mike Masco. He's got to look at the forecast for us. Mike, how's the weather going to be for the game?
You know, I think things are going to be good. Clouds, yes, they're in place. You saw the clouds over Jamie's head right now. Bel Air has the clouds, and we are awaiting maybe a few spotty showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder during the course of your evening. And at 5 o'clock, take a look at the current city temperature of 81 degrees. D.C. is at 83 degrees. Eastern Shore numbers also into the 80s. So that sunshine early on this afternoon, that allowed for those temperatures to really boost up. Maryland's most powerful Doppler radar is clear overhead, but again, we could be seeing pop-up showers and maybe even a storm during the course of this evening. If you're heading out to the game, first pitch temperature of around 77 degrees, showers, storms, southwesterly wind just about 10, so this is going to be a very mild game. It's a warm evening, 76 degrees, even into the nighttime hours, still into the 70s, and we'll be down into the 60s for tonight. Look, it's going to be a wet scenario for the next several days. We'll time the arrival of some more showers and storms for tomorrow, coming up in just a little bit. Kelly?
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. The closure of a Baltimore County med spa leads to a multi-state investigation. The look into practices at Monarch Med Spa continues tonight in Pennsylvania, Delaware, and right here in Maryland. when 3 patients came down with the same invasive infection. ABC 2 News investigator Josie Sturman has been all of us. She joins us now with the very latest. So, Josie, what's happening with these spas?
Well, Kelly, Maryland officials closed down the Monarch Med Spa in Timonium last week, saying the facility could endanger public health. But we just talked with the Pennsylvania Health Department, and they say they have not required the Monarch locations in that state to shut down. According to a spokeswoman for the Pennsylvania office, they are not aware of any ill Pennsylvanians tied to problems with Monarch Med Spa. But WPVI in Philadelphia confirms a Delaware patient got Group A strep from one of the Pennsylvania locations. Now, the chain has 3 spas in that state, and investigators from the Pennsylvania Health Department checked those earlier this week, looking at their infection prevention methods. The investigation is still ongoing for the entire Monarch chain because the workers often went between locations in Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Maryland, where, of course, all this started. The Monarch Med Spa on Dierko Road in Timonium is where 3 patients came down with that rare form of strep, and one of them later died. Now, Monarch says it's performed thousands of procedures without any complications over the years and that they are cooperating fully with the investigation. We asked Maryland's health department to release the name of doctors tied to that clinic, but they refused, citing that active investigation. Josie Sturman, ABC 2 News.
All right, thanks a lot, Josie. Well, it was 2 years ago now when a truck driver fell asleep at the wheel and killed Stevenson professor Susan Slattery and critically wounded her son Matthew. It really has been a long journey for the family as they heal and try to get back to some sense of normality. That process got a giant leap forward as the family broke ground on a new home they're building in Cockeysville. State-of-the-art, environmentally efficient, and accessible home built for the family today and for the rest of Matthew's life.
We're excited because within the next 2 weeks they'll be out here pouring cement, and after that things will start moving pretty quickly.
Tonight on ABC 2 News at 11 o'clock, ABC 2's Brian Kubler sits down with the Slatterys to see their vision for this new home and how they continue to give back to those who saved their lives. You know, like we said, we have been following this story and this family for 2 years now. For more of Brian's profiles on the Slatterys and other stories about the dangers of drowsy driving, log on to our website at abc2news.com. Now we take you to Oklahoma. Sad news out of there tonight. A junior high school student committed suicide before classes even started this morning. A school resource officer heard a gunshot shortly before 8 at Stillwater Junior High School. The student was found dead in a hallway. The junior high school and nearby elementary school were both put on lockdown. And closer to home, the Harford County Sheriff's Office is investigating a report of a high school student threatening to bring a gun to Patterson Mill High School in Bel Air. Investigators say the student was sitting with several students in the lunchroom when he said he wanted to bring a gun to school and shoot people. Students reported the incident to school administrators. The school resource officer interviewed the student. Now, according to the sheriff's office, the student did it to get attention, but he really didn't mean it. So far, no charges were filed. Tonight in Carroll County, the battle lines are drawn, and it's all over the commissioner's plan to make English the official language. You know, paying baggage fees fires you up. Wait until you hear how much the airlines are making off those fees. And former Baywatch star Pamela Anderson needed a lifeguard to save her on Dancing with the Stars last night. Why she gave us the silent treatment after her elimination.
Next time on the list, put on your thinking caps how you can get a college education for free. Plus, just how real are reality shows? We reveal which popular shows are being questioned. The List, tonight at 7 on ABC2.
Premium is the new standard. The Volkswagen Passat. That's the power of German engineering.
Right now, get a 2012 Passat for 0% APR for 60 months.
Visit VWDealer.com today.
For over 50 years, AMCO's been known as the transmission expert.
My car goes band adjustment. Simple fix. Car's giving me a... car's giving me a...
Over the years, a lot has changed.
It's giving a...
Time for a tune-up.
No, just clearing my throat.
but some things never will. Win a 1963 Classic or brand new Corvette. See details online. AA MCO.
Question 7 makes a lot of promises.
They've always made good promises.
Talk is cheap. Put it in writing so we can hold our politicians accountable.
Look at the history. See what happened in the past.
We have no guarantee that the monies that's promised to go to education will go to the classroom.
It's never happened before. Why would it happen this time?
And this too will be another broken promise.
Do not believe the hype.
Get the facts. Vote no on question 7.
All charity car donation programs are not created equal. Avoid middlemen who pocket most of your donation and give the leftovers to charity. At Volunteers of America, we don't donate money to charity, we are the charity. That means 100% of your donation stays with Volunteers of America, helping thousands of children, veterans, and seniors in our area. Go online to carshelpingpeople.org to donate your vehicle where it will do the most good. Volunteers of America.
Welcome to Jones Junction, home of Jones for a Lifetime. Since we started Jones for a Lifetime 4.5 years ago, we've provided over 1 million free services. We have performed over 160,000 free oil changes. We have washed over 600,000 cars for free. Our 31 service drivers have picked up over 80,000 service appointment vehicles free of charge. We have made over 200,000 ladies very happy with a free manicure. 1 million free services. It's all a part of doing business at Jones Junction.
Sarcoma, a cancer that occurs in the bone or muscle tissue of nearly 12,000 Americans each year. Join Johns Hopkins and let's finish sarcoma. Walk, bike, or roll along Western Regional Park in Howard County, October 7th. For details, visit hopkinssarcoma.org.
We are 4 weeks away from the 20th annual Komen, Maryland Race for the Cure. And much of what we know about the disease and how to treat it really has changed in that time, including the rules regarding mammograms. Joining us now in the studio is Dr. Stacy Keene, a radiologist with Advanced Radiology, to help us understand mammograms a bit better. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Keene.
It's my pleasure.
So tell us, what do you look for in a mammogram?
Two main things we look for are masses and calcifications. We also like to compare to previous mammograms, if they're available, for any subtle changes, parenchymal distortion, an increasing density, small changes in the skin or nipple or even blood vessels.
What should you do to prepare for that mammogram?
One thing simple is no powders, deodorants the day of the mammogram. Some people, if they're tender around their cycle, they could schedule it about a week or so after their menses begin.
Now, I know there's been some controversy over this, different reports, different studies coming out. When do you recommend that women start getting the mammograms?
Mammography should be done starting at age 40 annually, and this is based on a considerable data in the literature which shows a 30 to 40% decrease in mortality from breast cancer in people who have regular screening mammograms. This is as effective for women in their 40s as it is for 50 and over.
Do all cancers show up in a mammogram?
No, unfortunately not. The sensitivity of mammography at best is about 90%. It's improved in since the advent of digital mammography, particularly in patients who have dense breast tissue. But I always tell patients, if they feel something, despite the normal imaging, still advocate for themselves, pursue it if they feel like something is not right.
Okay. Dr. Stacy Keene, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
And we want you all to remind you about the 20th annual Komen, Maryland Race for the Cure. Once again, we are in Hunt Valley, Sunday, October 21st, and you can register by calling 410-433-RACE, or you can head to KomenMD.org/2012. Well, in other health news tonight, having their tonsils out has been a rite of passage for millions of kids. Tonight we got some good news about a drug that could help ease the pain a little bit. Anti-inflammatory drugs are given during surgery to prevent some of the nausea and vomiting. But there has been some concern that the drugs may increase the risk of bleeding. Now, a study in the Journal of the American Medical Association says not to worry. Experts followed 314 children who'd had their tonsils out for 14 days. They found no increase in severe bleeding, and the steroids returned kids' appetite, lessened the pain, and also decreased the swelling.
Now,
Maryland's most accurate forecast.
A little weather in motion today. Take a look at Annapolis. We had a mostly sunny sky for a good portion of the afternoon, but watch how the clouds kind of roll in during the course of your late afternoon, evening hours. Manchester, a little more in the way of cloud coverage. That's the morning shot. Watch how the clouds start to really roll in after the lunchtime hour. And here's the shot downtown. No, it's not that dark. We'll show you the shot coming up a little bit later on. Here's 81 right now at BWI, so it is a very mild summer-like feel out there. Dew point around 60 degrees. That's an indication of a lot of low-level moisture in play. And that pressure is still pretty high at 30.04, but that'll fall back some as we are expecting some stormier weather to come into place across the area. 80s across the 95 strip, 80s over the eastern shoreline. Dover hit 84 degrees this afternoon. So again, that sunshine really went to work today, allowing for these temperatures to get well above average. Cooler north and west, where we had more in the way of some rain showers out near Deep Creek. York only made it to 76 degrees. Hagerstown at 77 degrees. So again, we are forecasting high temperatures once again tomorrow to be above average. 82 degrees so far at BWI, 74 being your normal number, and that record of 95 set back in 1970, that'll stay in the book for another year. So here's what's going on in terms of wind speeds. Again, a little bit of a breeze out of the southwesterly direction. That's bringing in the moisture. You notice there's the patch of clear skies overhead earlier, but here is now the clouds that is moving in across the area right now. So we do have a planner for you, 76 degrees around 8 o'clock. I'm going to keep a shower or thunderstorm chance in through the evening hours. There's some short-range models indicating a flare-up of some storms, and then it may be dry through the 11 o'clock hour before more showers sneak into the picture. Maryland's most powerful radar is clear overhead right now. More showers up towards the north. Philly, you have a big storm on top of you right now. So we're sandwiched in between some pretty nice weather right now, but things again will start to change. In fact, you can pick up this cold front over interior upstate New York back through the Ohio Valley north of the region, but this is going to start to drop south, and that's going to bring the chance of a scattered shower, even a gusty thunderstorm. Speaking of, you can see some gusty storms over parts of Missouri at this hour, and that's what's going to roll into the Tennessee Valley and eventually cross over the mountains and be with us tonight going into tomorrow. So again, it's all about an unsettled pattern. We have this cold front on top of us, and we're going to see these waves of low pressure run along it. It's not until this front that kind of pushes everything offshore, but that's going to come by Sunday, unfortunately. So we're expecting several days of unsettled weather. Here's future trend. Again, picking up on some spotty showers through the course of tonight. We may dry out for a brief period of time going into tomorrow morning, and then here comes another band of showers, then even an embedded thunderstorm during the course of tomorrow afternoon. Now, this front actually sags towards the south, but it's going to recharge and bring more moisture in our direction. So Friday, yes, the potential of maybe a shower or gusty thunderstorm. In terms of what to expect for rainfall totals, maybe an inch of rain could be expected in an isolated thunderstorm that develops. 64 in town, mostly cloudy, showers and a storm, so just be aware of that if you're heading out to the game for tonight. 76 is your 2-degree guarantee, mostly cloudy with a shower possible. And here is your hour-by-hour forecast, again showing our temperatures that are into the 70s. We go for 80 degrees again tomorrow, but things will start to change back into the 70s by Friday. It's going to be unsettled going right into the weekend, and we'll drop our temperatures eventually by Sunday with a temperature of around 70. So, game tonight.